We're here with another episode of Before You Buy, the show where we give you some straight-up gameplay and our thoughts on the latest games releasing. And today we're talking about UFC 3. It feels like this time they finally got it. The EA UFC games so far have been good, not great, but this one comes the closest, definitely. I know it's just yearly updated sports games at this point, so that's easy to say, but they clearly put some work in here. In some areas more than others, but we'll get to that, because as a whole package, I think this is a pretty good game for UFC fans. The most revamped system is the striking system, the stand-up game, if you will, or hand-to-hand combat for the layman. This time around, you have way more control of your body and momentum, and you have greater dodging and moving abilities with the right stick, including a way better feeling of being able to throw punches and kicks while moving. The game is really impressive with how it all works together, really. Animation and vulnerability windows are different than you'd expect because punching someone in the face can often just get you kicked in the chest if someone kicks you at the same time. The way two animations like that will flow together are really impressive most of the time, and generally punching and kicking feels really, really good. You hear and feel all the good connects, and you can really tell when your fighter is getting tired and losing his steam behind his strikes. It's all really damn satisfying. The ground game system didn't really see as much in the way of changes, though. Managing positions and grappling is still like swapping moves in a chess game, although the game still doesn't give you the greatest amount of feedback for it. The submission system, I'm just not really a fan of still. It's fine once you figure it out because the game doesn't really explain it too well, but it just doesn't feel as satisfying as I think it could. I don't know how they could improve it because it's a tricky thing to replicate in a game, but it's got to be able to feel a bit more tangible, if that makes sense. Substantial, rewarding, you know? Just better indicators of showing what I'm doing. I don't know. But gameplay-wise, though, with the changes to the strike system and making it just not feeling very simple, hard hit or heavy hit, and going beyond that, UFC 3 has a really good gameplay groove. It's fun and immensely freaking challenging at times. I suck at this game, I'll totally admit. But thankfully, the package overall here is pretty substantial. You get a career mode with plenty of UFC production values and a decent character creator. You know, it's not on the level of WWE 2K, but it's pretty good. You rise up through the ranks like the usual thing in other sports games. It's all about the grind and being an up-and-coming fighter, but UFC does a good job at really embracing the repetitious need for training. Like the fact that training takes a while, and that's what you're doing most of the time. It's more training than actual fighting. Lead-ups to the fights are important, and you have to balance between different styles of workouts and even choices like just talking shit on Twitter to promote the fight or learning and improving submissions or moves. Funnily enough, there's actually an option to click where you stream games online to build hype for fights. It's weird and cool, and ultimately most of career mode doesn't come off as corny bullshit, which is just nice. You can of course also engage in online tournaments, quick fights, however you want in any sort of custom match, you know, the usual fare, pretty much covering anything and any way you'd want to play. And then knockout mode is both awesome and also features commentary from Snoop Dogg this time around. And it's actually pretty damn good. It seems like he just kind of smoked a bunch of weed and went into a recording booth. And it's kind of funny. It almost makes it Game of the Year material. No, not really, actually. I'm sorry, I'm kidding.
See that? Oh, he rocked you 2 times.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
It's all done. See ya. It's a Christmas gift. That's a wrap. Here we go. With that slow-mo. That was amazing.
But there's also Ultimate Team mode, which is interesting, I'll say that. Because on the good side, Ultimate Team is a pretty fleshed out management mode that has a lot of success on FIFA. You know, with FIFA Ultimate Team, people love the Ultimate Team mode. I don't totally get it, but still, it's a big mode with a lot to chew on and a lot to play through. Plus, there's also an offline single-player variant of it to keep you busy as well. It's all about just building a deck of awesome fighters through progression and unlocks and essentially opening card packs. And some people are really down with it, so I think it could find life with UFC. Now, what comes with that is the fact that the whole mode, though, reeks of microtransactions. So if that's a big turnoff for you, stay far away from this mode. Also, if you're just not a fan of EA, you're probably going to be avoiding this game altogether anyway. It's also worth pointing out that this game looks great. The lighting looks surprisingly realistic, characters have the occasional awkward animation, but usually look really lifelike, and the game is leaps and bounds better looking than the most recent WWE 2K game. It's not on par with basketball games, but it's getting there, especially with just how the characters animate and work together and all these limbs are connecting and interlocking and hitting each other. It's very impressive, and if you're up on your current music, the soundtrack is surprisingly satisfying and relevant too. Really, UFC is just a satisfying package. It is an EA game. There does come the EA stuff with that a little bit, but I think this is the year I could actually totally recommend it to fans. There's a good amount of content for the price, and the fighting is really fun. More fun than ever, and that's really it. It's simple, really. That's UFC 3, just a quickie before you buy. That's how we feel about it, but if you guys are playing it, or if you're just a fan of MMA in general, let's talk about this down in the comments. Have you played an MMA fighting game that really nails the feel better than the EA UFC games? Because there have been a few other attempts that have come close, so let's talk about it down in the comments. Anything you want, your favorite fighter, any new features of this game, we'll be down there talking to you guys. So hit us up in the comments, and you know, clicking the like button does help us out, and tells us that you want more videos of this type of stuff. And if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe you should, because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Absolutely. Nice punch.
Joey missed with that straight right attempt. Oh, roundhouse kick. Gaethje gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now.